The foot from the...
Ah, there we are.
Okay,
All right.
and the music is over now.
Okay.
Thank
so
you
we
for
can
being
start.
here. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, everyone. So I just want to thank you for being here as well. My name is Erica Garza. I'm with Keune, and I get to work with Becca Vaughn. You'll be seeing a lot of her. She is your Salon Services Pro consultant. So she'll be popping in and visiting you and supporting you. And then I support Salon Services and you for, oh, I'm like, do you need to get
You're good.
through? With all of your Keune business questions, ideas, things like that.
Oh, you're going that way.
Hi.
That's great. That was awesome, Bella.
So I just want to open by saying again, thank you and introducing myself. But what I'd really love to know is who you are and what your expectation is out of our time this morning. And so here's what I just want to give you a heads up. Here's what I'm not going to do. This is Silver Savior shampoo. It refreshes cool blondes and offers silver tones. Okay, you can do that yourself. And I know you know how to use purple shampoo. But what I want to do is just get you comfortable with the brand that that this is new. This is different. And I know you do hair, and I know you know how to use hairspray, mousse, and gel, and things like that. But sometimes, you reach for your favorites, and then you pick up this, and you're like, well, I see that it's hairspray, but I see you have 3 different ones. So what's the difference, real quick, like quick reference type of thing. And then eventually you're gonna have your new favorites, and that's the exciting part is as you use it, you're gonna get testimonials, you're gonna get client experience. You might have a client go, wow, I really like that, can I get some? And that makes you kind of go, oh, I have a new favorite because it sells. And it performs, and that's the important thing. And what I wanna be here for is to just give you like a personal factor to it. So there's lots of stuff you can choose. So I'm really glad you chose Keune, and I want to be here to make sure that you get what you want out of this morning. So is it okay if we go around the room, just tell me your name and say, you know what I'd really like out of today is if you can blah, 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 whatever your thing is. So I'll start. My name is Erica, and I'm here today to just really support you and answer all your questions and just to be someone that you're familiar with that you can always go to for help. So that's why I'm here today. So is it okay if we start with you?
Yes.
Who are you?
My name's Don. This is my first day here, and
Hi,
I'm excited
Don.
about this product line. We've carried a lot of product lines over the years, and we were disappointed because of all the promises that were made on, oh, it's going to be education, 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 PK, 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 and crickets, 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 nothing. So I want to hold Keune organization to a higher standard because I think they will also hold us to a higher standard. And I'm familiarizing myself with each of the products. I can't use them on my own hair anymore. I used to be able to do that, and I kind of missed that
Yeah.
opportunity to just see what all of them are all about. So
Sure.
that's what I want as a takeaway.
All right, cool. Thanks for sharing. Hello.
Hi, I'm Risa, and I like how you said how what this hairspray is and what makes it different from other hairsprays or like the other ones that you have there. Kind of learn what each product is for, what makes it different from other products from that same line or from other products and other lines.
Oh, thank you. And it's Risa, you said?
Risa, yeah.
Risa. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Parker.
Hi, Parker.
Hi. Yeah, so I really like you based on what I've experienced so far. I've sold some already.
Hey.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, like you said, I mean, I've been doing hair for 20 plus years, so I know how to use product and how to talk about it. And just like you said, I'll find my favorites. One thing I like to have is a solid understanding of the background of the company, because I think that stories sell, right? If you're talking to a client about this product that you're going to use, you can just say this is hairspray and it's firm or it's medium or whatever.
Yeah.
But every product line has a background story,
Sure.
and I think if you can talk about that a little bit, a lot of times somebody will grab something from that. So that's kind of how so I'm interested in hearing more about where Keune comes from, the culture behind it.
I love it. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, we'll definitely talk about that. Hello.
My name's Trisha, and I've been doing hair for 30 plus years.
Showboat.
That's right.
I don't do hair, but working at the front, I obviously...
You probably could.
No. Nope. I would definitely like to know the product, obviously, that we're selling. You know, we, of course, at the front take, you know, a little bit of that as well, selling some of the products. So it would be nice to know what we're selling. Also, I think it's important to, like Parker said, to know a lot of the background, because a lot of our guests, I'm finding, are very sad to see like Surface and Milkshake gone. But that's because that's what they're used to.
Sure.
You know, it's just what they're used to. So it's going to be good to know about the product and what we're selling, and you know, the goods about it, so that we can offer them a new good product.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah. You know, have you ever walked into your favorite store and you go to the same place where you get your familiar necessities
Yeah.
and you're like, where'd you guys move it to? Oh, we've
Yeah.
discontinued it.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Panic,
Costco,
right?
dates. They're not carrying dates anymore at Costco.
See?
Just in case you guys didn't know that. I
Yeah.
was sad.
I'm sad, right?
Rocked my world.
And it can, and your clients are the same. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, what's this break?
Mhm.
Where's mine? And so I love that you brought that up, because that is something that we can help with and be like, oh, you're gonna love this, and here's why. You know, here's why I used it on you, or here's the story behind it, or whatever. Some people will lead with a story. Some people will lead with an experience. Some people lead with smell. Some people, it matches my bathroom decor. I want it.
Yeah.
You know, well, I'm a minimalist, so I gravitate to this instead of all the graphics. And my friend that I work with, this is boring to her. She wants all the graphics, you know. So that's sometimes how we pick other products, but it's true. So I'm glad that you're up front, and I'm glad that you're here today, so you can help direct and guide and answer questions. So that's
Yeah.
cool too. So
Yeah.
thanks, Trish.
Hi, my name's Erica.
Oh, me too! Yay! I love your name! Thanks for being here.
Yeah. I think what I want to take away is just the informational part of it and being able to confidently answer questions for our guests
Yeah, that sounds
of
good.
what we're selling.
Absolutely. I like that. Thanks.
I'm Bella.
Hi,
I
Bella.
guess what I want to take away today is probably products that will smooth out a lot of frizz
Okay.
and like holding, but like not like helmet head.
Ah.
Holding blowout, but without needing like a whole bunch of hairspray.
I like that. Okay. There might be a couple recommendations that I don't see that you have that maybe like in the future
Yeah.
might like. Yeah, because we do have a whole like couple ideas for that. So we'll talk about that. Good. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Rob.
Hi, Rob.
I guess what I'm looking for is just kind of bullet points on each one, and then also maybe what the magic ingredient is that you know, people will love. What I'm not liking when it's seeing right now is it's all the same color, and like, how do I pick out
Right.
without having, okay, well, which one
That's
is this,
'cause
which
he's
one is
old.
they all look
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah. I'm old too, so I can relate. But no, I get it. I get it. You know.
That's because he's old.
It'd be nice if there was like a red, a blue, a yellow,
Or is
right?
there any
a green.
distinguishing feature other than the shape of it? But
Yeah.
but regardless, I guess
It's
it
called
uses that.
reading, I think.
Yeah, I
No,
I've got
but-
time for that.
Okay, we were joking yesterday. Becca and I were actually talking about this. We're like, how many stylists read? And I'm behind the chair still, and I'm like, I don't read. I have to read.
Oh,
I'll
like
read.
a book?
No, just like if I give you an information sheet and there's 4 pictures and there's this tiny little paragraph on the bottom, who's gonna look at the pictures first to figure out what the flyer's about? Who's gonna read the tiny little print? I'm not. Okay, you are. That's cool. So I'm like, oh, I look at the pictures and then I distinguish. So when I see this, I can understand where that could be like that could look a little like the same.
Yeah.
And so what in this picture in
Looks
this
like they all look like there's like
Yeah.
4 different hairsprays there, maybe.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
or-
So it's like, I'm gonna show you key points of like where you can look quickly, even if you've never tried the product. So that's the best part, is like, I hate hearing like, oh, I've never tried it, so I don't know. I love the honesty, but I'm sad about the missed opportunity. So like, if you have, and somebody say they walk in, they're next door getting muchas gracias, they're eating, they're like, oh, I need some hairspray. They walk in, they're like, which one should I get? There's certain questions you can ask. How do you like to wear your hair? I can tell real quick if you use a lot of hairspray or if you don't, you know? And I can tell in the room who might use more texture products than the other. I can tell who would need a scalp oil, who would, you know, that kind of thing. So there's certain things that you can grasp right away, but then for like, they all look the same and it's new, on top of that, real quickly, I want to be able to share with you where I would find the information just by looking at it and being able to talk about it as a stylist without even trying it yet. And the good news is when you try it, you'll know. But like before you try it, you've only had it a short time. There's no way maybe you haven't tried every single thing. It might take a couple of weeks or a couple of months or maybe a year, I don't know, but at least you'll know where to go to give that info. So I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. Yeah. How about for you?
Hi, I'm Josena.
Sorry.
Oh, no, Bella, or Brisa, I didn't see you.
I don't know if you're gonna go over it, but I know colors, like for the stripes on the packaging.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up talk about it later.
That might be a good thing to talk about. Yeah, I like that you noticed that.
Yeah, because he's willing about the packaging. There's colors on it.
Uh-huh.
You saw the colors, but you didn't read. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't read it, but I just looked.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, all right. We'll talk like
Nice.
yeah. Some of us just see gray, but some of us might
Right.
see some colors too. So cool. Thanks, Risa.
Good point.
Hi, I'm Josetta, and I'm gonna piggyback off of what Rob said. We've had a problem with not getting some of our products in, so having a line that I think has everything from softness to stronghold to texture, fight frizz, we really need something that there's kind of a variety of everything in it for our clients. And I've seen that when I've been looking at the products, but I've only been able to use a few of them. And then the color coding, and then I did know you guys have the hold and the shine factor on the back. So just being able, I think right now, to figure out until we learn in depth about them, okay, what should I actually grab for this client? And what's, easy to pick and choose.
Yeah, I like that, and I like that you said something about a hold and a shine. We'll talk about that for sure. Yeah, there's codes on there. I like that. Even they're small. Sometimes I'm like this, like I'm not quite sure how to, but that's me. I'm sure you guys would be no problem.
Oh yeah.
And certainly last but not least,
I'm Sarah, and I have dibble dabbled, not a ton, because I've been using the Shibui a little bit more. And I mean, obviously I want to learn all about the products, but pretty much one of the things I think we've been missing from Surface and Milkshake was they used to make a really good like volumizing shampoo. Like Milkshake didn't really have one specifically for texture volume, and Surface did, and then they discontinued it, and then we didn't really have one to kind of replace. Like we kind of went, well, this is the newer one, but it just didn't work as well as the original charcoal from Surface. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of clients that want volume and have fine hair, and then we also have the other side that need taming
right.
and moisture. So yeah, just kind of knowing. I don't feel like we really have like in the middle. Like we want volume, or they want tape, like shine and
super
smoothing.
sleek.
Yeah, it's like one of the two usually. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
So having a line that we have can just grab, we have everything we need.
Yeah.
And we're starting again, right? Going around. again.
Sure.
I just
For
have
you,
one
yes,
question.
absolutely.
When was the last time Keune decided to discontinue a product?
Oh, we discontinued some stuff earlier in the year.
Okay.
And so I'll be real honest with you because I'm on the sales end, and I love that I still been behind the chair, at night and weekends, so I can relate to you. I definitely can. And as a stylist, I'm like, don't take my favorite stuff. But then on the sales end, if it's not selling, we're not going to keep it. And so what they do is like a report, and they pick an amount of time, whether it be 3 years, 5 years, and they look in that amount of time, and they're like, is this product costing us more to make, or is it really benefiting a pocketbook? And if it's not, it's gone. And then we find out why didn't it sell. Was it lack of knowledge? Was it lack of performance? Was it lack of smell, the smell, whatever it was, and then we try to maybe re-improve it, or if there's not a need for it, we phase it out. So I like that Keune doesn't do it all the time, but just at the beginning of the year, we had like 3 products that were kind of phased out. But on a good note, we have another line called Soap Here, and that's kind of like our clean line. And the good news is Keune is a B Corp company, so talking about like a story, is anyone familiar with the term B Corp? Like, does anybody know what that is? So kind of, me too. I was like, what is B Corp? Is that a big deal? So apparently it's a huge deal, and it's this like really prestigious thing that companies choose to do, but it's not easy. It takes 3 years of interviews and inspections, and it's a process. And so Keune decided to do this process 4 years ago, and they began it, and they said, okay, what does B Corp entail? It's about having the cleanest, the best, the most improved ingredient, from the seed to the soil to the way we harvest, to the way we put it in the bottle, to the way we distribute. But I thought it was just regarding the products and the plastics, Like we're committed to reducing our carbon footprint. I didn't even know what that was. Like I'm still learning the stuff. And then it's like just, you know, like to make it really easy, to make the earth safer to live in, to have less toxic products. Like the last thing we want to be is on somebody's influencer reel talking about, look at all these toxic ingredients, you know? And that we see that, right? On Instagram and stuff, all these reels we watch, but it's true. And there's these things that we have, like awareness is amazing. And so Keune is very aware, and we chose to try to use the very best ingredients from the earth that weren't scarce, that were, you know, like coconut oil and plants like aloe and things. We went from being vegan friendly to being vegan. So we used to gather our protein source from the silkworm, but now we gather it from algae in the sea. So red sea algae, in fact. And so it's like we're trying really hard to be the most sustainable that we can be. But it's not just with ingredients, it's also with employees. It's also about providing insurance for the salaried workers that live, yeah, we live at work, but that work for the company, about having diversity, women's rights, like equal opportunity for all races, genders, like everything. And it's this whole package deal about not only having good stuff in here, but good stuff in here, that we can give good stuff out here. And so we became officially a B Corp company, and there's just a handful in the US, which is really awesome that we're part of that. And Salon Services actually has 3 vendors that are B Corp, just FYI. So you're working with a good partner that can offer you really good things. And I really love that. I really like Salon Services, and I love that they care about that. And when they choose lines to carry, some of it is based off how safe are you for the client, for the earth, and for me, you know, so that's really cool too. So kind of tagging on to like, kind of the standard that we have, just a little history about us. We started, well, actually I should ask you, does anybody know when Keune started or how old we are? So we started in 1922. There was a gentleman by the name of Jan Keune, and he was a chemist, and they had a pharmacy, and he was married to his wife Cornelia, and I love that name, Cornelia. And so Cornelia and Jan were a couple. She was an accountant and he was the pharmacist, and she influenced him to be like creating something for the hair industry. And so he actually was the very first one. Have you guys ever permed before? So do you have this huge machine that you have to clamp on to the rods anymore and flip a switch? You know those memes that we see in these ladies, these vintage pictures, you know? That's how you used to perm. But how many of you just opened a box, put the little needle or snipped the little top and squeezed, and then you had a second, and then you rinsed and you're done, right? Curls galore. So Jan Keune was the one that was responsible for taking the perm technology off the machine and off the heat source and putting it in a cold wave technology that we still use today. So it's crazy. We have so many perms out there, but all of them have a similar technology. It's called the cold wave technology. You don't have to have heat anymore. Jan Keune is the one that put the perm out there. So after that, how many of you ever used aerosol hairspray or any aerosol, anything? Jan Keune was the first one to put out and manufacture and successfully distribute an aerosol hairspray. And that was like, it was hard because they had liquid, but they used to call it a spray net. So have you ever seen someone with the hair nets? And they would keep their hair, like a long time ago, they didn't have technology for that. So they'd use these nets, like almost a thin nylon too. And they would wear these hair nets ladies would have their hair in place and big and voluminous. They called it spray net at first. And then it was kind of like an invisible net, and now we call it hairspray and all these other cool names, texture spray and a bunch of stuff. So same technology though, to get the stuff out of the bottle into an air, light, dry form, that was hard to do. And he did it. And then the last thing that was pretty cool, and these are like really fundamental things. They're not like super cool, but they're really amazing, I think. Gel. So we had liquids and we had like solids, but it was really hard to come up with some type of in the middle gel that stayed consistent and squeezed and used for lots of different setting and things like that. And so Keune was the first pioneer of aerosol hairsprays, just regular gel and the cold wave perm, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's very innovative. So we started 102 years ago, is that right? 102 years ago, and we're still here. And we're growing, and we're in 62 countries, going in more. We have hair color, we have hair products, and we have like hair care. And so that's really just the core of who we are. Still family owned. So now I'm 4th generation, which is pretty amazing. So today our president and CEO is George Keune Jr. and now his son is like apprenticing with him, and I got to work with them and meet his son Bart. Bart's like 24, and I'm just like, wow, like the future of Keune. Nice to meet you. It's pretty amazing, but I like the family ness of it. Like George Keune isn't gonna come in here and talk to you about, have you used 7.28 with like the metallic cool mixer, you know, it's really beautiful, and have you taken your level 4 to level 7 and not had orange? He's not a hairstylist. He's not gonna talk to you about formulas and color, but he will talk to you about like the culture and the history and why he's doing what he's doing and how his family's like, this is ours and we wanna be a part of yours. And he actually does visit salons. And he's not a celebrity. He's just like, he'll wear a North Face jacket and some jeans and his, you know, Vans. And I'm like, thanks for dressing up, George, you know? He's like, I'm with the people. I love him, and he's a great, great person to like just be around and be inspired by. And I like the vibe of Keune because it's very practical. So some people want like pizzazz and show, and I believe like that's us. That's what we do. Sometimes we are the show, or our client is the show, but whatever it is we're here to make them feel and look beautiful. It's about everything, the in and out. And these are really practical products. They're safe, they're user friendly, they're gentle on the hair, they work, they perform, and that right there helps me be able to sell, be able to use, and it makes my work look even better. So that's kind of the heart of Keune. And there's lots of cool things. I have some brochures that I brought, and just for like, I'm gonna leave them with you guys. And if you ever want to look through, will you hold that up for me? Just like, thank you. So this is our newest like presentation piece, and I like how someone said bullet point. I think it was you, Rob. Yeah, in there's each product that Keune makes with a little bullet point. What is it? Who is it for? How do I use it? And the difference between it. And so if you ever have time and you're thinking, well, you know, let me look at the forming perms they have, you know, or do they make a straightener, or let me see this color, what do you have for options? Everything is in that book, you can look through. But then also, these are featured in there as well, and so you can group. And then there's some links in there and QR codes for like education and additional support online. And then I'm gonna leave you my contact info, and everybody can text me if you want, if you have a question, or if you're like, hey, does Keune make you know, I'm busy right now, I just need to know real quick, I can help you with that too. So I wanna be a resource for you as well. So that's a little bit of history about our company and who we are, what we believe in, what we want to do. And what I wanna do is make this really simple for you. So let's start with the care line. So the care line is everything in the white packaging, and this is gonna be your shampoos, your conditioners, your treatments, everything that you start with, or your client's gonna start with at home. So just keep in mind, like there's many regimens, right? And well, first of all, what's a regimen? Somebody help.
A routine.
A routine.
Yeah, a routine, I like that, a routine. And you can look at them as like groupings. So Keune has groupings for everybody's different routine in the morning. So would you agree that maybe, you know, Bella's routine might be different than Rob's routine? And
Yes.
so they're gonna have different needs, and some people have extensions, and some people need smoothing, and some people need volume and texture. So we make, not everything is for everyone. I like to say that. So please don't be overwhelmed, like, oh my God, there's so much. But you have different clients. So you have to have those options, right? But if we can condense those options and make them like not overbearing, but just practical, that's what I want to help you with. So what I want you to know first and foremost, no matter what grouping, what regimen, what routine you choose, there's always going to be a shampoo, a daily conditioner, some type of mask treatment, and some type of leave-in treatment. So there's usually 4 products with every grouping or every regimen. Not every single one is like that, and you might go, I noticed this line has 5 instead of 4. Sometimes we give you a couple different choices, but for the most part, you're looking at something to cleanse and prep the hair and remove. You're looking for something to replace and replenish in the hair and restore. Then you're looking for something to seal it down and give it its daily like coating. And then you're looking for something after you step out, take out the towel, before you even detangle, maybe a leave-in treatment like vitamins. So everything in the white bottle, you can know it's gonna feed the hair, it's like food. So it's not gonna style necessarily the hair. For instance, there's not gonna be any hold. There's not gonna be any like, well, this looks like a mousse. Where'd it go? I just had it. This looks like a mousse. And you know, oh, it's violet, it tones, cool. But God, it has no lift, and there's really no hold, and I need something a little more. So what I'm looking at is food, and maybe what I need to look at over here is like style clothes, like clothing, like how would I dress the hair? That's gonna be these guys. But for nourishment, and for cleansing and for restoration and rebalancing and just fixing things that have challenges, it's going to be anything in a white packaging like that. And I heard somebody say about colors and stripes. So the colors just helps you identify that it's that cluster. So for instance, if I grab a shampoo that has a gold stripe and then I have a conditioner that has a violet stripe, is that necessarily wrong? No, because the cool good news is I can prescribe as necessary. So let me give you an example. How many of you have ever had a client that said, I want a lot of volume, but I really need some softness, you know, on my ends? So yeah, absolutely. So maybe you want to do a volumizing shampoo and then instruct them to use a smoothing conditioner, but from here down only. And then maybe you have a volumizer for your roots when you're styling the hair. So there's lots of options that you can do and like really prescribe what you think you want based off what you have, but you can intermix as well. And I promise you, your prescription's not going to be your prescription, and that's okay. It'll always like be okay as long as you understand like what you're prescribing. So for instance, if you want volume, you probably don't want to put the heaviest smoothing keratin filled conditioner at the root. But you know, how great would it be like for mid shaft down and maybe volumizing at the root or something like that. And so that's kind of how we do the grouping. So help me understand again, no matter what regimen I choose, what's the first grouping or product that I would reach for? Shampoo, right. And then the way Keune works is, have you ever taken like, oh, I have this mask and this must make my hair feel really, really, really soft, so I'm gonna use it at the end, and then you rinse it out and you're like, my hair does not feel really, really soft. Like that mask did not work. I've had that experience, and so I was disappointed. What I didn't know is this is really good superfood. Molecules are really small. They go really good inside the hair. It wasn't designed to coat the hair and to make it feel soft. It was designed to fix the porosity, you know, weakness, or to give more like bonds in the hair to make it stronger, or to help it smooth from the inside out. And so the mask always go after the shampoo. So it's shampoo first, and then the mask treatment, anything in a tub. That would be your second thing. So if you're doing a treatment in the bar, you know, you back bar, you shampoo, then you reach for your treatment. These take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So I come from the school of like, we used to have to do these thick conditioning treatments, put a bag, put them under the dryer, 30 minutes. That was the only way to really get a good conditioning treatment. And I love technology, just like your phone. You do not have the same phone as you did even 5 years ago. I know you don't. And these are the same, like technology kind of improves. So 3 to 5 minutes at the bowl. You can leave it longer if you want, and you want to make it the experience, the wine, the dryer, you know, the 30 minutes, you can. But if you're like, time is money, and I have clients all day, I'm booked.
Yeah.
These are great add-on services to do at the back bar, and then you send them home with the retail. So it would be shampoo, treatment, and then you follow up with a daily conditioner. So the treatment goes in the middle, conditioner at the very end. So you're still gonna have to condition the hair after you use the mask.
Yeah.
And I used to think, but the mask is supposed to be like super smoothing, and I'm like, where did I get that from? I don't know, my last line. So maybe this line might be a little different than what you're used to using, but it's okay. So shampoo, thank you, mask next, and then what's after to seal the hair and make it feel soft and have the pH go down and just be done? What would that?
One of the leave-ins?
Oh yeah, but in the shower, if I'm still in the shower. Or at the bowl. Conditioner, yeah, just a daily conditioner. No, now you're on to setup. Now when I'm done.
Often you would do a mask and be done.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I want to share with you, like every company is different. For us, it's shampoo, mask, daily conditioner, and then, what'd you say? The leave-in. And leave-ins can come with us, anything in a spray liquid. Sometimes they're in a pump lotion. So sometimes even they're in an oil. So we have 3 different forms of treatment. I'm an oil junkie, I love oils. And sometimes people are like, oh, oils are too heavy. I steer clear from all oils. And that can be the experience, but I love Keune because we have 2 different kinds of oils that weigh different. And I'm gonna pass these around and stuff, but these are not testers, so they're just for your retail so you can look, but don't pump. Unless you have like some on the style bar already. But 2 different oils, and if, you know, just by looking at it, this one's pretty slow, I can see it moving, but this one's like, oh wow, it's pretty fast. So even clients with medium to fine hair can have some type of treatment oil, and even if you just prescribe it on the ends. Like I noticed that you windsurf a lot, you're always in Hood River, and your hair tells a story, so I need you to use this, it's really gonna protect. Don't put it on your root, go ahead and just put it on your tips. I noticed that you need a lot of smoothing. I'm gonna share this oil with you and you can use it everywhere. So you're gonna have 2 different prescriptions with that.
Pass those around.
Oh yeah. So I encourage you, put a little pump on one hand, rub it in, and then put a little pump on the other and see and feel the difference. And the thing with Keune is we're not known for fragrance, so you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm on the beach with coconuts and pineapples. You're not gonna have that like instant hit of strong perfume. It's a little bit more soft and practical. But the ingredients are really, really good and powerful, and I appreciate that it doesn't clash, so it's not too overwhelming.
One of the
too
first
strong.
things I noticed is that the fragrances are different and really pleasant, but they're not like,
Yeah, in your face.
yeah.
Like, I like fragrance, don't get me wrong. Like, walking through my favorite department store and all the perfumes, I get happy instantly. But in a salon, when you're working and you have other chemical services going on, and for the client, that might not be their favorite experience.
Right.
So this fits in. So who's already noticing a difference in texture?
Yes.
We gotta get around.
I did the
Oh, that's right, that's
opposite
right.
circle
Yeah,
thing.
so I'm gonna give you a minute and,
Yeah.
and just kind of look and play, touch, feel.
Perfect. Okay, you're welcome. Not a problem. Have a good
I've
day.
used the gold one, but not the other one,
Oh,
but even the heavy one feels really good.
Yay.
I like
Makes my skin feel
For
smooth.
smoothness, huh? Yeah. Sometimes, people, like I said, sometimes oils are not the favorite. I'm a huge fan, right? I'm a huge fan of serums. Serums and oils, I want them all of them. But not every client can handle that. And so, I work on a lot of thick, rough hair. So like you, I'm always looking for something to smooth. But there are people who need that little extra bit of moisture, but not the weight. So we give you two options. And here's what I want to share with you. Keune has, like, you might notice that there's some different things that you see with Keune that you didn't see last year when you were in salon services checking it out. We're gonna eventually be going to, like, because we're B Corp and because we have like planet in mind with human in mind, same equal, refillable pouches are like really, really, really awesome, and they're reducing waste and they're doing all these things. In time, by like 2030, right around in there, 2032, these are gonna look different. So we have time, but we're kind of going towards, we've redone our plastics already so that they are really like biodegradable, and they don't like, well, half of it will biodegrade, the other half is just gonna sit on the earth. We're trying to like get like 98%, that kind of thing, and we've done a reface on some of this stuff. And so some of our sprayers had to get redesigned, and we had a product that was missing for a year because it had to get reformulated, and it's back. And so we're really excited that we're trying to make things better. But you know, in the future, you might start seeing pouches, not in this line, but in another line called So Pure. So if that's ever something that you're interested in as a salon, saying we want that now, then I could show you something different now. And if you're like, you know, nope, these are good for now, then you have the white bottles, and that's good. So who noticed a difference in the weight and in the feel of the oils? Yeah, so it kind of gives you an idea of, maybe you can start thinking of clients like, oh, this would be good for so-and-so, this would be better for my other client, so-and-so.
Is
So,
it silicone?
that's a great question. No, they're not.
Okay.
As far as ingredients, I'm gonna definitely get back with you and give you guys some information, because I know that's important. I want to be able to say key ingredient in this product would be, I don't know it, but I do know that it's not silicone based. There's definitely no cellophanes.
So you can use it for your skin?
We don't recommend. Actually, hang on. There's
Some-
one that
we have
is.
oils that we've been able to use, like, you know.
The
like-
surface one you can
Yeah, you
use.
Yeah.
can use it for.
Okay, we don't recommend it to be like, oh, go ahead and put it on your face and whatnot, but I have seen the educators just like pop it in their hands like this and then be done with it. You don't have to shampoo or wash your hands afterwards.
Because the thicker one definitely has a slip, like
Yeah.
it almost has silicone in it, that's the only reason.
That might be the one that does. I know the
Okay.
satin oil does not.
Okay,
So that's
yeah, yeah.
probably what it was. But I want to give you the correct information. So if you
Okay.
can let me get that later on this afternoon, then I can
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
send it over. Because there might be people who don't want that. You know, they might be looking for other, but at least I can give you the good information on that. I do know the satin oil doesn't have any.
Yeah.
But I also, for a fact, I know there's no cellophanes. So there's like no liquid plastics anymore. In the 80s and the early 90s, we used to love cellophane because they make our hair so shiny. And I'm like, okay, what else you got? So the good news is there's none of those kind of ingredients. in
Okay.
those. Yeah, so what I would love to do is, let's see, how many regimens do we have here? 6, I think, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know I'm missing a couple, but they're working. How about this? I would love everyone to come up and grab one regimen, one grouping. So on this, when you're looking at it, you can go by the color of the stripe. And so go ahead and grab all like the purple stripe together, and then you might want to grab all the yellow stripe or the pink stripe. But I want everybody to come up and choose a grouping that they want, because you're going to help present and share with us some information. So even if you don't know yet, it's okay. So go ahead and come up, grab a grouping.
Well, that's not the same. This is silver.
Yeah, you might notice like they're both purple, but they have different names.
Oh, nothing else has this. Is that? Oh, that is. It's slightly different though. Okay. I think. No, See, this is actually a different color though, but they both say satin.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and keep that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's lighter though. See.
Where's the color specialist where you can fix that?
Yeah.
I'm getting my hair done with you.
That's
I can
my
tell
hair.
your fine detail
I'm
and
like,
tones,
why
right?
is that different?
If anybody was gonna notice, Josette.
Risa, you want to come up and get some?
I'm like the tone's not right there.
You might be left with just. All right.
Purple, Rob.
Now, I noticed some of you guys only have 2 products, some of you have all the products, so there are some differences in each regimen.
Are these the same? Oh, okay. They look
I
different.
know, right?
Like it's blue and the one's blue.
I agree. We need to get it down, like the depth needs to be worked on those stripes, right? Okay, so I love how everybody's already looking, smelling, you know. All of these regimens are the ones that you guys have in stock to sell to your clients and to go. And I know we only have 20 minutes, so we're still gonna do this. This is really super easy, believe it or not. But I really want you guys to feel really comfortable because this is your, not only your back bar also that you're gonna be using, but these are the treatments that you're gonna be recommending. And I know that you love good hair. And I know that you know that beautiful clothes look great on anybody, but when the body functions well and is healthy and you feel good, you just perform better. So I love to really spend a lot of time on what's cleansing the hair, what's restoring and replenishing the hair, and what's sealing the hair and helping me have the hair and the canvas to start dressing. That's how I really, really like want to focus and share that with you guys. So, is it okay if we start with you, Risa?
Sure.
On the end. So, what do you have?
The silver savior.
Okay, hold on real quick. Let's give Risa our attention. So, what do you say it really loud? What do you have?
Silver savior.
Silver Savior. Can you tell me just by looking at that, what is that for? Who is that for?
People with blonde hair.
People with blonde hair. What kind of blonde hair? Like golden warm blonde hair or people who want cooler blonde hair?
Cool blonde and silver tones.
Love it. So there's your purple shampoo, you guys. And Risa, how many items do you have in your grouping, in your regimen?
3.
3. What did you got?
The shampoo.
Shampoo?
The conditioner.
Uh-huh.
And the foam treatment.
Foam treatment. Let me share something with you. I love purple shampoo and conditioner, and we all know how to use that. But did you know that you can add some daily vitamins in a really light, no weight, no heaviness form in a foam, and it tones the hair as well. And that's actually a retail product. So we have a professional purple spray that we have, and it's only for you guys, back bar. But to retail to my guests, what if my guest's like, oh, I'm a purple shampoo fan and I need everything? That one is a great leave-in treatment. They can use as needed. It's not too dark. So you know how you said, I noticed some staining on your hands. And he's like, well, if I didn't see that, then what's the point? But we don't want our clients to see that. So that's a much more pastel version of the shampoo and the conditioner. So Risa, don't use it, but open the lid of the shampoo and just look and see the depth of it. Like, is it really light lavender and very pastel, or does it look pretty inky?
Honestly, it looks kind of bluish.
Yeah.
purplish.
Yeah. There's some color to that. I can see from the lid. I can see it from here. So I want you to know it's like pretty strong and it works really well. And that's the point. We need that. But the leave-in treatment is way more pastel, much lighter. So user friendly for people at home. Now, on that, is there anything on the back side, on the very, very top in tiny, tiny print, is there anything on there that says an ingredient or something special?
Essential minerals, violet pigments, provitamin B5, and wheat proteins.
Wheat protein's great. So if people say, well, where do you get your protein source from? Like in our color, it's red sea algae, but on this particular wheat protein. So if somebody is super sensitive celiac, like super, super sensitive, encourage them to do just a tiny little patch test, maybe behind their ear, just to be sure it's okay. We were told as long as they don't ingest it and eat it, it should be all right. So but everybody's different. So I always just bring that point up just to double check. If you have a client that's like they carry their EpiPen, they want to make sure nobody's eating anything around them, that there's no special allergen around them. I have a client like that. Like no one can have melon or any type of cantaloupe or watermelon in the salon. And like when she goes to function, she has to say, if there's any type of melon within 50 feet, let me know. I have a pen, I'll sit over here. So some people are really, really sensitive, but for the most part, just if they're concerned and curious, you can do a little patch to see if it irritates them. But as long as they don't eat it, it should be good. And so that's a really great performance. Now I have a question. Who has something called Blonde Savior? Who has that regimen?
Me.
Okay, so I noticed there's Silver Savior and then there's Blonde Savior. What you got over here?
Well, it seems like it's more reparative for damaged blonde hair, but Blonde Savior shampoo, mask, and leave-in treatment.
Okay, so can you say that first part again really loud because you nailed it. It's perfect.
It seems like it's something to help repair damaged blonde hair.
Keyword being damaged. So if I have beautiful blonde hair and I just need a good purple shampoo, what are you gonna give me? The Blonde Savior or the Silver Savior? Silver Savior, I'm good. Who has ever inherited a client or they did it at home and they come to you and you go like this and we're talking breakage already. You shampoo them and now I have stringy leftover noodles and you blow dry them and forget the brush. It's like, oh my God. Have you ever had a client and you feel that and you worry for them and you're like, no bleach for you and forget the perm, you're not getting either. So clients like that, you want to go to Blonde Savior because believe it or not, and I'm going to send you guys some information so I know that we could print it out and maybe like she can laminate or put it in like a little lamination cover or something because it's really important. It's insane, like 95% helps to repair over time, and time meaning like just a few shampoos and conditioning treatments. But that one doesn't have a daily conditioner.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, it just has a shampoo and a mask and a leave-in, and it's not, that regimen right there is not meant to be forever. That one you can use forever as long as you want, as long as I need. This one is more like, listen, you got to drop what you're using. I need to put you on this right now. After you finish the cycle and I feel like you're ready to morph, we can transition you.
So it's like Keune Bulletplex?
Pretty much, yeah. And here's the cool thing, if you have a regimen that you already know and you identify it, like I came from another world and I go, oh, that reminds me of blah, blah, blah. If it fits and it sounds like, use it the way you would use that, yeah. Just remember, shampoo, mask, conditioner, leave-in. If we don't have a conditioner, jump right to the leave-in. So those two, even though the name is Blonde Savior, Blonde Savior, Silver Savior, even though Savior, I'm like, see, I got confused. Even though Saviors in both of them, they're not the same. They both have a purple stripe, don't they?
And that's why we just have the Blonde Savior back there as a shampoo and not the conditioner.
Okay, yes,
Okay,
exactly.
that makes sense now.
Yes. So that's
Clearly
not
now.
intended to be like an everyday for the rest of my life. It's only like, this is ICU hair. This is critical condition. We gotta revive it or it's gonna be gone forever. Save me. So that's the regimen that you need for that. And then what if I'm just trying to tone and be pretty? Which one is it again? That one over there. All right, so we got those two down. Let's start with you if that's okay. What you got?
I have the Vital Nutrition.
I love Vital Nutrition.
Yeah, Vital Nutrition shampoo, conditioner, mask, and a protein spray.
Will you hold up that protein spray for me? See this right here, the yellow stripe? This is awesome before a perm, during a perm, after a perm if you still texture wave. If you have really fine hair and you're about to weave them and you want to do just a really light mist of some type of porosity filler, that would be your product. It's a great leave-in treatment for fine hair. How many people have ever heard like, I don't want a conditioner, it's too heavy? So, thank you. That is a fantastic leave-in that you can promise your client this won't weigh your hair down. And if you want, keep it off your scalp, but definitely give a mist or two at the ends and the mid-shaft. So
Can you
it's super light.
over-protonize?
No, that's a great question. I love that question. You can over-protonize if you use animal proteins. We're all plant-based, and so there's no such thing as over-protonizing because there is some moisture balance in there. And even though I call it a protein spray, it is balanced with certain plant moistures, so there's no fear of it getting too hard and breaking off. But that is a great question because there are products that are like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it in your line? That one?
Protein.
Say the whole name again
the
for
whole name, Vital Nutrition.
Vital Nutrition. So anybody with fine hair that breaks easily, not a great abundance of hair, and they want light products, that's going to be your line.
Would that be like a frosting equalizer too when you got
Yes.
color in your
Absolutely. And that spray, keep it on your back bar because you're going to use it not only to before a blowout and before your products, but you're going to maybe use it in before chemicals or during a service, something like that. Yeah. And then, what do you have over here?
I have the satin oil.
Satin oil. Okay, remember the 2 oils we passed around? The one in the gold bottle. Will you hold that up for me? That's the one that's going to be lighter in texture. So we say that can be for all hair types. It's a leave-in. You don't have to rinse it out. It doesn't build up. It feels really, really clean and soft, and it works really well. But again, how many steps in your regimen do you have?
I have 4.
Okay.
So this would be put on wet hair?
Wet or dry.
Wet or dry.
Yeah, so if maybe like you, before you detangle, you might want to add some oil. You detangle, you blow out, and then the next day, you can refresh all the frizz that came back, or just to lay it down. I like to put it on my mid-shaft ends. And then the mask is really, really nice too. That's the mask I use at home. That's the one in my shower.
It
I
says
love that.
luminosity for dull hair.
So satin oil is going to be heavier in consistency than the Vital Nutrition, but it's going to give a little bit more shine as well. But it's for a different type of hair, isn't it? Those two sound really different. So what
would
questions
these
do
be
you have
better
about
for
that?
like ethnic, thicker hair?
There's- Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Between the two, that was a great question. She said, if I have thick, coarse, more ethnic hair, between those two, definitely satin oil. In fact, who has the keratin smooth? Who has that one? You. Okay, satin oil and keratin smooth, rough textures, really, really coarse hair, hair that needs smoothing and taming rather than voluminous, you know? Yeah, so it's
So
those
is that one a little bit heavier than this one?
Yes.
Okay.
So here we go with the lightness and the weight. Super light, right in the middle, heavy. I like it. Yeah, yeah. And how many products do you have in your line?
5.
5. So we know the shampoo and conditioner and the mask, we got that. Those 2 right there are leave-in options. Is one a cream and one an oil?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a silkening polish, and then this is a smoothing serum.
Okay, so difference between a polish and a serum is just texture. One is in a cream form, one is in a heavy oil form. If the oil scares someone, send them with the cream, but the cream is heavier. It's gonna be way heavier than the satin oil. So, but I think you're gonna like that line a lot.
So is the cream heavier even than the one in the pump?
No, they're gonna be
Oh,
about
they're
the
the
same,
same.
but it's gonna
Okay.
be heavier than your satin oil.
Okay.
Yeah,
So these two are kind of interchangeable?
pretty much, yeah. Some people
Based on
prefer.
client
cream.
preference.
Yes, exactly. That's how I position
Fear
it.
factor.
Right? If you want to choose one and you say, well, I already have an oil polish over here, I really would prefer a cream leave-in, then there you go. Or you can double up both and intermix if you want. You're the specialist, so if you have a special cocktail that you like to do, you can definitely do that. So the products will be intermixable. You can dilute. Who has the Tinta? Is that you over there?
That's what I have.
Ah, what you got? You only have 2 products. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel cheated.
So here's something special about that. Can you do me a favor? Turn it on the back and on the very top in small print.
Yeah.
Is there anything that it says back there?
On the very top,
On the very top.
it says triple color protection.
Oh, what's that? Triple color. Okay, so there's if you use our hair color, if you've ever, in any hair color brand, they always have their technology, right, to keep it locked in. So that's just a supporting role on that. So it keeps color locked in for sure. What else does it say?
Silk protein.
Okay.
UV protection.
Okay.
LP 300 color stabilizer.
Uh-huh.
Sulfate gluten free.
Oh, there's the gluten-free thing I was looking for. I love it. Okay. And then if people say, well, I don't want sulfates, and I don't want sulfites, okay, this one's sulfate-free. We use other
Daily shampoo and conditioner.
daily shampoo and conditioner. But that one is specifically for color-treated hair for people who always fade, no matter what you do. Like all the rain dancing in the world and all the good technology, and they're still fading out. That's a very clean option with color stabilizer, with UV protection, and it's gluten and sulfate free. So it's fairly clean. There's no scent really to it. There's no color. It's not like sparkly and fancy, but it's a great high performance, very clean, simple daily shampoo and conditioner.
Are all of them sulfate free? We can use any of them on color clients?
I do know that they're all color safe and formulated to like bond with the color, and some of them even have bond builder. Who had the your foam? Is there a little symbol, like 3 little circles and some lines on the front, like on the artwork? Yeah. So when you see that little symbol, will you point to it? That means it has bond builder and color safe, but I'll check on the sulfate free for everything. Yeah. Real quick before we talk about this, because there's 3 things I just want to share that make this really will help you before I run out of time. I'm sorry, I'm going over. What questions do you have about these regimens and these products?
I have one,
Sure.
the mask for a take home. How frequently does somebody use that
That's a great question. We recommend once a week
Okay.
or as needed.
as needed?
So here, let me give you a scenario. If I am like, I overbleached my hair, it's fine, I don't know what to do, and I don't want a pixie. Okay, do you think that maybe they could benefit probably from more uses a week in their mask versus I'm fabulous, I just need a sexy mask. Okay, satin oil, here we go. So once a week type of thing. Again, 3 to 5 minutes in the shower, that's good. Permission to have like 5 more minutes to go or something?
You got
Thank you. What other questions real quick do you have about the
And then we
regimen?
need to tell the clients when they're using the mask, they still have to use the conditioner afterwards.
Right.
I love that. Please don't forget that because they're gonna feel the mask and go, "That's not great."
Yeah, yeah.
But how come? I had this question: how come my conditioner works better than my mask? And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, oh, I was recommending it wrong. And so I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? I only went off what I knew from before. My old line said use it at the end. So shampoo, mask, conditioner, and tell your clients. And tell your clients the last thing you want to use is your daily conditioner in the shower. And then when you get out, some type of leave-in to prep the hair. And then speaking of prep, all these gray bottles. So go ahead and leave your things there and come up and can you grab something that says, actually I'm just going to give it to you if that's okay, just for sake of time. Finish. I'm going to give you guys just one each. I know we'll cover all 3. There's that. Let me give you one. All right. This makes it super, super easy for me. There's 3 stages when you're styling hair. After you have your client and you shampoo them, you mask them even, you give them a treatment, you put the conditioner on. Now they're in your chair. Before you even detangle, you grab some Vital Nutrition's protein spray or some type of leave-in, and now you're like detangled. Now you've done the haircut already, we're gonna style. This is the exciting part.
Oh, can I ask a question real
Yes,
quick? Okay, so I
absolutely.
already had a client ask me this. So the leave-in, there isn't just one particular one, there's a few different ones. Which one has sunscreen in it?
Oh, that's a great one. Who had the UVA, UVB protection? So he has it in his shampoo and conditioner. Was there anybody that had it
in
in
a
a
leave-in.
leave-in? We used to have a sun shield line and that got discontinued because of lack of sales. I know we don't have any sunscreen, so there's no SPF, but there's UVA, UVB. And I will get a list of which ones don't have it, and that way everything else does have it. I think there's a few that don't have it.
Okay.
So that's a great question. But UVA, UVB protection usually runs through the whole line, but there are a few that don't, so I want to get those, which ones those are for you. But as far as like just a daily shampoo and conditioner with UVA and UVB, that would be perfect. Is it
I
perfect?
mean more not a shampoo conditioner, but like a
A
leave-in.
leave-in.
Yeah.
I'll find out for
Because
you.
that's what our clients are used to.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Let me find out. I don't want to give you wrong info.
Okay.
Go, oh, all of them have it. Because that's what I think, but it's been a minute. Let me check.
Okay.
Yeah, let me check. So thank you for that. And I won't forget. And we have it on video, so I'll get reminded. Real quick, so we have 3 categories usually that we're kind of dissecting in our head. Like we're talking about regimens and categories. Here we go with style. The whole line is called style. So like I would say, hi, I'm Erica Garza. I work with Keune, and I'm here today to share with you some information. Hi, this is Keune Style, and it does 3 different things. There's prep products, there's shape products, and then there's finished products. So if I say we're gonna prep the hair, do you think the client is gonna have wet hair right out the shampoo bowl, or do you think you've already blow dried if we're gonna reach for a prep product?
Wet.
Yeah, wet. Who has a prep product? So on the bottom right here, it'll say style, gloss, or whatever it is, and then there's a line. Under the line, you have either prep, shape, or finish. Who has a prep product?
I have a prep.
Okay, tell me what your prep product is.
It's a root volumizer.
Root volumizer. Just hearing the name, where do you think I'm gonna apply that?
Root.
The root.
Yeah.
What kind of? I love it. Okay, we're gonna go back.
That's because you're
forward
old.
here.
What she said.
Yeah.
If I'm putting something at the root, what do you think the expectation will be for?
Volume.
Volume. I like that. Does it say anything about volume on there?
Root volumizer.
Ah, it's in the title. Okay. Now, my second question is, actually, we'll stick with this for a minute. Okay, so that's a prep product, obviously. That tells me it's gonna go even before I hit it with who else has a prep product? What is your prep product?
Straight cream.
Straight cream. Okay. What do you think I'm gonna get an end result with the help on that one?
straight hair.
Straight hair. So these are products, if it says prep, we encourage you right after your leave-in treatment, right after you detangle, the first thing you want to reach for is anything that says prep. There's no wrong. Sometimes you need volume. Sometimes you want smooth, sleek, you know, shiny, flatter. Maybe you want big and voluminous. Two different results. Both of them are going to be used at the same time during the service of prep. Can I combo the products? Can I put something up here and something different down here? Oh, absolutely. So be the artist that you are and definitely do that. Who's got one that says shape? Okay, I got two over here. Do you think shape is before, in the middle while you're creating and working, or at the very end?
And
Middle. Who said middle? Yeah, you got it. So here's a question I have. What is that you have? What is it called?
it's shaping fiber.
Shaping fibers. Will you do me a favor and just take the lid off without touching it and show us what it is? That looks like something in a
Orange
pod that I would,
marmalade.
yeah, it smells good too.
It does.
That I would put my hands in and start going like this, and I start this, right? I start piecing. If it's long hair, I'm detailing and doing this. Hairline. If it's short hair, I'm forming, I'm shaping, but I'm not quite done. I'm still creating
With
the
dry
shape.
hair probably though.
Yeah, dry hair would be great. Sometimes wet, I mean, depends, but I like dry. If you're doing curls, maybe that's when it would be wet, but you're creating a shape. So anytime you're creating a special look and you're right in the middle of it, that's going to be your shape product. Which one do you have, the shape?
I've got the Texture Ultra Gel.
Okay, Texture Ultra Gel. So that might be something where if you're doing big bouffant, sleek, smooth, kind of wet looking because it's a gel, pastes are always going to look dry and matte. Gels usually are high shine. We'll talk about how you figure that part out next. Maybe you're doing a blowout and you're hitting it and you put a little gel and you're actually forming this big, beautiful
I would
bouffant.
normally think that would be a prep, and
Yeah.
you put the gel in wet.
But it's creating some type of shape. So usually maybe you're doing a round brush and you're hitting it to create lift and volume, or curls where you're forming it, where you're like forming and you're still piecing. Your fingers are involved in some type of creating of a shape, whether it be flattening and smoothing or making it big or texturing or something like that. So, but it's true, most of the time gel, we put it in and then we blow it out. So
Mine
maybe
says-
it's a hybrid for you.
It says use on dry or damp hair.
Oh, okay, so that one's versatile, could be either or. What does yours say?
It says be creative and use it any way you want.
I love that, that's my favorite way
Does
to
it really
do
say
it.
that?
No,
No.
but I've used this to finish
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
at the end without it. Someone that didn't want hairspray, and I used
There you
this
go.
to texturize, and they went, wow.
So maybe for you, that could be a prep and a shape. Maybe for you, it's a shape and a finish. So it could be okay. But just to keep it really simple,
Okay.
those are the three categories that we have. Who has something that says finish? Okay, you guys. What is your finish, Bella?
A soft set spray.
Soft set spray. Okay, just the name, soft set. Do you think that that would be a working spray where I can spray and move and spray and move and spray and touch up? Or do you think like once it's done, it's done?
The first one.
Ah, the first one. I like that. So that helps me out a lot. But then I'm going to share another way how you'll know for sure. What you got over here?
High impact.
High impact. That kind of sounds opposite of soft set. Very true, right? What do you have over there? Somebody else had a finish or just, oh, you ran.
Mine says dry conditioner.
Oh, dry conditioner. What would I know how to use a dry shampoo. I have some of that in my gym bag, my purse. What about a dry conditioner? What's that for?
Your items, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. So, has anybody had long, beautiful hair like this, and then they're always doing this, like, and they're like, God, it gets so like crazy right here. Perfect time to grab the dry conditioner. Show your clients day 2, 3, day 4. Spray off the root, mid shaft down, smooth, and it just refreshes.
So more,
those
so
ends.
let's say if somebody just says as their hair just gets more tangled,
Yeah.
as the days go on, they would use this.
Yes, because is it true that a detangling spray will help me, but we use that when the hair is wet? Wet. This is for when the hair is dry, day 2, 3, 4, 100, whatever you want. Who does extensions? Does anybody do extensions here? Do any of your clients wear extensions? If you have a client, walk in, they were eating next door, they walked in, I need a leave-in conditioner for my extensions to refresh them. It would be that. Yeah, so we make that for that. Who has, yeah. And you don't want to put it on the root. Save the dry shampoo for the root, save the dry conditioner, mid-shaft down. Yeah. I have a question for you. See the little N? So my grandma used to wear Chanel number 5, and I was playing in it, and we would play, and then we'd get in trouble for using the good perfume, and then we stank like, anyways. So this reminds me of the Chanel numbers, and I thought, is this a prestigious like stamp? Like this was the 101st? No. This is your hold and your shine factor. So somebody mentioned it earlier, that on the back, there's a little grid.
Josetta did.
Josetta, yes. So the first top line says hold, and it'll shade in the bars of like, if they're all full, then that's a pretty strong holding product. If there's one or two, then that's low reception, right? So not very much hold. And then underneath that is the shine factor. How shiny is this?
So the first number is the one and the second number is the other one?
Yes, so on the front, if I can't see that tiny little bar, but I can read these numbers right here. It says N, mine says 10, 1. So we go on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. So this is I know that hold is always first. The first number will always be the hold, always. So if you look at like your color, like if you have level 7 gold, you know the number is the first assigned and that tells you how light or dark. Gold tells you how warm or cool. On here it's always hold first, shine second. So the number on the front, 10, that's mega high hold, but then I have a 1 for shine. So it's very matte. I can see it in my head already, never even opened it. Pretend. What's yours now? What does yours say? Hold
3
is what?
hold and I can't count that far. 6.
Look on the
shine.
front where it says the numbers. That might be better.
I'm missing something on the front.
So top right corner of the white box.
Number 38.
38. Okay, so if it says number 38, the hold is a 3. Is that high or low hold?
There we go. Okay.
Is the shine
Thank
8?
you.
That's pretty high, right? So low hold, high shine. And when you touch it, feel it, use it, oh yeah,
High
it kind of
five.
fits that. Hey, we learned. What does yours say, Brisa? 5'7". So middle hold?
Yeah.
But a little higher shine?
Yeah.
I can work with that. What does yours say?
Number 88.
Oh, high shine and high hold. I like that. 8'8". That's cool. What
Plus
does
it
yours say?
reminds you on the back, because hold is first and shine is second, so if you
Absolutely.
forget which one is which.
Yeah. How about what does yours say? 5'7". Okay, medium hold, higher shine. Okay, I can work with that. And what does yours say? Because you both had hairsprays, right?
106, so 10-6.
So 10. Okay. Who has the most firm hold hairspray of the two? He does. And I learned that just by looking at the label. I love it. Plus soft and high impact. Okay.
Good insight.
Yeah. But like if you're busy, Parker, you got your client waiting, you got one on here, and you're trying to help someone out. Real quick reference, I could look and see the hold, the shine, and then we go on. You two last, and then we'll wrap it up with any questions. What does yours say?
Oh, 1 and 5.
Oh, so super low hold.
Yeah.
And a medium shine, not too shiny. Okay, cool.
Mine's 7 and 5, so
Alright.
higher hold and medium shine.
I love that, especially for the root. You need that. I'm not trying to be too glossy up here, just a little bit, yeah. And then as far as like curly and straightening and all that, we have this awesome key that Becca is gonna leave with you guys.
It printed wrong, so I have to bring it back.
Okay, well, we'll get you a new one. But it'll tell you like the curl, and then the straightening, and then there's like categories that you would use maybe specifically for something. But I love his suggestion. Use what you like and how you want to use it. And if it gives you those results that you're looking for, maybe you like a gel for curly hair, maybe you want a foam. Neither one of you are wrong. If it works for your client and it's good for you, then I say have fun with it. Did today help a little bit to get you going?
Yes.
And I know you're gonna get more questions, and I'm gonna get you those ingredients and then certain things like that for you guys so that you have to answer your questions correctly. I wanna get those for you today. But as far as like how you feel working with something you don't really know yet, but maybe, do you feel a little bit more confident?
Way better.
What questions do you have?
Do you guys have a thermal spray?
Oh, okay, that's a great question. Everybody asks, and I'm glad you asked that. Where's your thermal spray? I love to say this. We don't have one specific thermal spray because there's a heat protection factor that runs through the entire style line up to 490 degrees. And so all our products have heat
So
protection.
if I wanted a low, because like Milkshake had a really good thermal spray that had some hold, like it
Yeah.
almost acted like a hairspray.
Yeah, my
So I
Redken
can
used to
use
have
that
one
then?
too.
I can use
Any product already has it built
Okay.
in. So for instance, if I put some gel through my hair and then I want to do a blowout and I'm going to tong my hair with a big iron, I already have it built in with the gel when I blow dry it.
So if
Yeah.
you're using multiple, I mean, I guess the hairspray that's on the end.
Yeah. Any
If you're-
prep product.
If you're using,
Yeah.
oh,
We-
any prep, so
any-
not,
Oh no, the whole line, but any
Okay.
prep product that you choose. That's why I really like to say if you're going to use one product, start with a prep. It just gets you in the habit of starting fresh with something. All of those have heat protection. The hairsprays probably don't. They have more of UVA, UVB. But for heat protection, thermal protection, anything that you put in prep or shape, you're going to have that.
prep or
Erica?
shape,
Yeah.
okay.
Can we give you a round of applause?
Oh,
We're-
thank you.
have
Yes, we gotta
we
go.
have guests
I know.
coming in.
Thank you
Okay.
guys.
Thank you guys so much. I'll put
Would you
everything
guys
away.
put
Oh, thank you for that.
Yes.
And I can't
Thank you, because I have guests that are just walking